So I just wanted to come on because I wanted to talk about intentional serendipity. Intentional serendipity was my words for 2020. When every year, new year, I always select a word, words, a phrase, and 2020, my words were intentional serendipity. And that's because the serendipity was something that just always happens. It's the happenstance. It's, those things. I used to call it, I was just minding my own business and this happened. But that was starting to happen with more frequency leading up to 2020, where conversations I would have about needing to be connected with certain people, places, or things. And when I would meet about that, the next moment, whatever it was that we needed would show up for me through a phone call, an email, a connection. It was just unbelievable. And I would always just go back and say, to the people or person I was talking to, listen, I was just minding my own business and then this happened. And so that's serendipity. But then I started to realize that serendipity was happening because of all the intentions that I was putting forth. Being very intentional with the things that I was learning, the things that I was doing, showing up in an intentional way, having my posture strong and straight. And a lot of people talk about living with intentionality, oh, I'm going to be intentional with this or that. But you really have to focus your intentions on exactly what you want to do, not necessarily the things that you're trying to avoid, but what it is that you want more of. And so that was 2020, and intentional serendipity is still happening. Intentional serendipity, it takes patience. A lot of people don't have patience to see how things will unfold. They get impatient, they start to get cabin fever, growing pains, and they want to make those moves and not realizing that the intentional lessons that you're learning right where you are will evolve into those serendipity moments where you start to pull up gems that are so bright, gems that are so dynamic, that they will propel you even further than you could have imagined. And I feel like right now I'm living in an intentional serendipity moment where it was this happenstance that I was connected with this particular situation, and they invited me to do work on this project. And as I'm working on this project, I'm getting so many gems. It's almost paralyzing, because it's unbelievable. And it's exactly what I need right now. And so I feel like, all the things that I've done leading up to this moment was intentional, and it's the serendipity of it all that's tying it together. So in whatever you're doing in life, trust the process and stop being so discouraged and remain encouraged, because you just never know what bright, shiny gems are laying ahead and all around you, with where you're at right now. There's a reason why God places you in certain areas and does not move you in the speed of light or the speed that you would like, right? Because there's some gems that you still have to pick up that's going to make your next move your best move. So if you don't take anything from this, take this, make your next move your best move, because intentional serendipity is real. So what are you truly focusing on? What are your true intentions, and how are you preparing for those serendipity moments? All right, that's all I have right now. Remember, practice every day, practice so hard so that when you get into play, you will always win. Y'all, it's real out here. All right, take care. I am Coach Sherry.